Hi everyone, this is the second video on the comprehensive EPS problem. On this part, we've already created the basic weighted average shares, and here what we're going to do is calculate the numerator, which is income attributable to common shareholders. So if we look at this whole sheet, what's going to happen is we're going to deal with the preferred dividend adjustment to net income. We're given net income of 60 million in the problem. The preferred dividend we would have calculated up here in this section. And then we'll grab the basic weighted average share from the prior worksheet and come up with basic EPS. So just to make it a little more visible, I'm going to focus on this section here so it's a little easier for you to see. I'm going to open up the formula bar up there. Okay, so in the problem, it tells you that there are 1 million shares and a 5% dividend for the cumulative preferred. So the first thing we're doing is the cumulative preferred. Now, when you have cumulative preferred return, we don't care about dividend in arrears. We don't care if a dividend was declared that was less than the current year's accumulation. We ignore all that and we go straight to calculating the current year's accumulation, which is the number of shares times the par value times the dividend rate. So for the cumulative preferred, it's 5 million. Now in this problem, technically cumulative has to go first, but you're not going to actually get a test question with a cumulative preferred and a second preferred. The reason I have both is we get to look at both of them in this comprehensive problem. Okay, so we have $5 million here. The non-cumulative preferred has 2 million shares, and the dividend rate on those shares is, I'm looking at the information, 7%. So the maximum amount that they could get is 14 million. But if in fact for the non-cumulative preferred shareholder, we're going to calculate the dividend they actually got. So in the problems, it tells you they got 6 million. I tell you what, we're going to fix this right here because I want to use, it is accounting and I do want you to use accounting number format, but I want to use the dollar sign here to be consistent. And so 6 million is total available, but 5 million was taken by the cumulative preferred because they got their money first. They were preferred A. But once again, don't worry about that. We just needed to get through this comprehensive problem. The thing I really want you to take home is that for cumulative preferred, it's 1 year's accumulation regardless of what they got. If they had declared no dividend or there were dividend arrears, it would be 5 million no matter what. For non-cumulative preferred, you have to go through the process and figure out exactly what the non-cumulative preferred shareholders got for the dividend. Okay, so they get the minimum, the non-cumulative get the minimum of what they could have possibly gotten. So if it had been more than 19 million, they would have got this 14 million because it would have been 5 million to the cumulative preferred and then 14 million to the non-cumulative. But they only declared 6, so the cumulative got 5, and they got the remaining of the 1 million. So the total dividend adjustment is going to be 6 million. So we can just point to it there. And actually what you have to do is it's a reduction. So it's 54 million. And then the numerator, income attributable to common shareholders, is 54 million. And we go back to the prior basic weighted average shares on that worksheet. And so what we end up with is $2.16 a share. So now you've gotten through in the first video, basic weighted average shares. In the second video, basic EPS. In the next videos, we'll do diluted EPS in 2 steps.